Hey there, YouTube viewers. I am back yet again. It's been been only a few days since I posted up my first tutorial on the basics of PHP programming, and this will be officially considered PHP programming tutorial number 2. In this tutorial, I'm going to hopefully go a little slower than the last one. I had to rush through that because we had to keep it under 10 minutes. Damn you, YouTube! But what are you going to do about it? So like I said, in this one I'm simply going to teach you guys how to get file input and file output. I sort of showed you output in the first one, but I'm going to show you a little bit more in detail. So like in the first tutorial, we did create our hello world with a little bit extra where we echoed out your name as a variable, and our code looked something like so. This was actually the exact example that we did through the first tutorial. Now we're going to change this up a bit. Instead of displaying the words "Hello World," it's going to ask the user for their name, and then display it. Sorry, that was caps lock. Wow, that's still caps lock. There we go. Name and then display it. So we can get rid of that. Alright, so if you don't have this typed out already, you can type it out. You know, in the last tutorial, I showed you how to start a PHP script with tags and how to comment. You can do that if you like. If you don't want to follow along, that's fine, but I suggest you do. It's a lot easier to learn something when you're doing it yourself. Alright, so like I taught you in the first tutorial, you're gonna create a variable and have it equal. Since you're going to be asking them for input, you can equal it to whatever, because you're going to be changing it anyways. I'm going to have it equal to nothing. Just a string. So the name is equal to nothing. Now what we're going to do is, now we have to ask the user for input. We're going to have to ask them for their name. So we're going to echo out, please enter in your name. And of course, like I said, make sure you end it with the semicolon. So you're going to echo out, please enter in your name. So far, this has all been covered in tutorial 1. Now, something you haven't learned yet is how to get input from the user. To get input and place it into a certain variable, you're going to tell that to your computer. So you're going to say name, which is your variable up here, name, is equal to trim fgets stdin bracket. Now trim. What does trim do? Well, trim just pretty much when a person enters in their name, it just trims off the beginning spaces. If the user inputs like a billion spaces and then their name, it'll trim that. Fgets is just file get. You're gonna get their input. So you're gonna file get. stdin is standard input. std is standard, in is input. And that's all that really means. So trim, you're gonna trim off any leading spaces. Fgets is file gets. stdin is standard input. And that's pretty much how you get input. And now whenever they enter in their name, it's gonna store the name into here. And it's going to overwrite this. Name does no longer equal nothing. And of course, then you can echo out after hello. Okay. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. You echo out the words hello, but you also want to echo out name. What you could do is you could do that, and you can echo name, and then you can echo out. Oh, and that's it. You can echo name. But to do this all on one line, what you would do is you get rid of this. Okay. Now, in some programming languages like Java, you would normally do plus and then name. Oh, wow, my bad. Sorry. Name. That's what you would do in Java. You do something like that. In PHP, to do the plus sign, you simply do a dot. Dot means plus. So you're going to echo out hello plus their name. So let's see this run. Since it's modified, you're going to save it. You're going to go to your program, so hello world. you're gonna run your command line, and you're gonna, and like I showed you in the first tutorial, you have to change your directory to the same location where your file is located. So since mine's on the desktop, I gotta change my directory to the desktop. And then we're gonna run the program. I showed you how to do that in the first tutorial. If you're still having troubles, don't hesitate to email me. I went a little fast. So when we run it, we're gonna have to wait. There we go. So now it is prompting us. Please enter in your name. So my name is Curtis, so I'm going, wow, geez, I cannot spell today. Okay, my name is Curtis, so I'm gonna enter in my name and hit enter. And see how it says hello and then my name. Again, we can run that and type in a different name, John. Hello, John. And that's how you get file input and then the output. File input, output. This is tutorial 2 of probably a lot. So, and I hope you guys enjoy and learn a little bit. PHP is a great language. I like it. And so yeah, I'll see you guys around shortly.